Welcome to the historic Richmond Country Club. We call it a hidden gem, a best-kept secret, our golfing home. Many distinguished members have played here since 1924, and now you. Are you ready to learn more about the club? Let's begin with the basics. Here's one of the first people you need to know.
Hi, my name is Michelle Davis, and I'm the office manager at the lovely Richmond Country Club.
If you have a question about your statement, Michelle is happy to help. For now, just remember that bills go out on the last day of the month. You have 30 days to pay. Here's another face you'll get to know real well. Amanda Howard began at Richmond as a bartender, and she still makes a very tasty cocktail. But now she's also our events manager. If you want to hold an event in our clubhouse, by the way, Amanda is the person to see. As a member, you get the room for free. But that's not all Amanda does. She keeps our Facebook page up to date. She writes our monthly newsletter known as The Approach and maintains our website at www.myrichmondcc.org.
Your username is your member number, and your password is your last name.
So that's easy.
Yeah, easy enough.
We encourage you to log in and look around. My Richmond CC is filled with photographs and useful information.
You can book your tee times, you can sign up for events, you can view your statements, and get contact info for other members.
Now to the most important reason you joined Richmond.
Golf shop, this is Tom. May I help you?
It won't take long for you to get to know Tom Zarodka, our head professional. If you don't want to use the website to book a tee time, call or visit Tom or one of his staff in the pro shop. They'll take good care of you. The same goes if you want to play in one of our many tournaments. Sign up with one of these tee sheets on the front desk.
We put them up about 3 weeks in advance of each event.
Bear in mind that on Mondays the course is closed. Ladies' Day is Tuesday until noon. Wednesday is Men's Day until noon. Saturdays remain reserved until 10 a.m. just for members. And did you know that as a member you get guest passes?
You can use up to 3 guest passes Tuesday through Friday. On Saturdays, you only can use 1 after 10 o'clock and 3 after 12.
Still confused? Just ask, though there may be exceptions to whom we might allow on the course.
Excuse me, sir. Where's the first tee and what's the course record? Because I'm ready to beat it. Easily.
At RCC, we do have a dress code. No jeans, no tank tops, no shirts without collars, no hats on backwards. Nothing you see here on Brian Friend from the Pro Shop, who we asked for examples of what to not wear and how to not behave. The fact that Brian fulfilled those requests so easily kind of scared us.
All right, so we're going to play 20 a hole, and where the heck's that beer cart girl at?
Speaking of grooming, the more time you spend at RCC, the more you'll appreciate all the detail that our staff puts into maintenance. They're out here long before the sun comes up every morning, getting the course ready to play. But course maintenance is our responsibility, too.
Let's say you came up to a golf hole and your ball was in a divot. What would you say about the guy that left the divot?
Probably shouldn't say it on camera.
Divots are an issue on every golf course, so we asked for some help from Assistant Superintendent Mike Hosley, who has an intimate relationship with them. In Mike's world, every divot needs attention, no exceptions.
This is the kind of divot I put back in the ground.
If the divot is intact with soil, pick it up and try to replace it like a piece of a jigsaw puzzle. Where you can't fill it in, add the divot mix and then tap it down.
You want to fill it to the soil level, just below where the grass is growing out of the soil.
At Richmond, we pay the same attention to ball marks on greens. Please fix them.
The right way to do it is to pull in from the sides gently, and then tamp down to make it smooth.
Essentially, this is just basic golf courtesy. Please rake your bunkers, leaving no footprints or clumps. Remember, what goes around often comes around. Or, in the words of club champion Claire Langford,
rake an extra footprint if you see it.
really?
Sure, why not? Leave it better than you found it.
Leaving it better than you found it goes for the entire golf course. If you're walking with a pole cart, for instance, please avoid those crucial chipping and pitching areas between greens and bunkers. It's a common mistake.
What, not supposed to do it?
If you're riding in a cart, please stay on paths as much as possible and never park your cart within 30 yards of a green. When putting, leave that cart even with or ahead of your route. Otherwise, you must walk backwards after finishing, which slows play. At Richmond Country Club, slow play is a serious subject. Ideally, we encourage players to get around in 4 hours or less. This is not impossible. Begin by cutting down on practice swings. Generally speaking, if you take more than one practice swing per shot, you're probably wasting time. Turns out the hardest part of teaching faster play,
3.5 yards. No problem. I got that shot.
no player thinks that he or she is slow. So let's look at the math. If the average golfer who shoots 80 can cut 15 seconds from his pre-shot routine, that adds up to 20 minutes a round. As an example, here's longtime Richmond member Drew Schutz, who routinely walks the course in 3.5 hours. Drew begins by preparing for his shots long before he arrives at his ball.
When they're walking down the fairway toward their ball, they can check sprinkler head yardages and then pace off from one near their ball so that when it's their turn, they know what the yardage is already. They don't then start to look for a yardage.
Drew is equally efficient on greens. You would never hear him say something like this.
I'm reading every possible break for every second of this 3-inch putt.
So you care to watch a while? Order a pizza? Read a good book?
If it's a course you play a lot, you know what the greens do.
Drew never takes more than 10 or 15 seconds to look at his ball and hit his putt, and he's one of the best putters at the club. In closing, here's a truism about golf. None of us at RCC will ever judge a player by how many strokes he takes, only how long it takes for him or her to finish. So welcome, and please miss 'em fast.